10 common mistakes in the relationship with your spiritual father. 1. Frequently changing your spiritual father. Many people choose a confessor but quickly leave him because he seems too strict, too demanding, or simply doesn't confirm their own opinions. They keep looking for someone better, more understanding, or more spiritual. This constant switching reveals an unstable heart, lacking humility, and a hidden desire to avoid real repentance. Once you've found a good confessor with a clean life and discernment, stay with him patiently, even when he corrects or challenges you. 2. Partial or selective obedience. People gladly accept advice that suits them and doesn't disrupt their lifestyle, but they ignore, delay, or twist the advice that requires giving up sins or bad habits. This isn't true obedience, it's self deception. Spiritual obedience must be complete, even when it's painful, because that's what heals the soul. 3. Idolizing the spiritual father. Some begin to view their confessor as almost perfect and infallible. They place absolute trust in him, almost as if he were Christ himself. This turns the relationship into a form of idolatry. When the priest eventually shows human limitations, deep disappointment follows, sometimes even leaving the church. A spiritual father is a servant of Christ, not Christ. 4. Hiding serious sins. Out of shame, pride, or fear, people conceal grave sins during confession, such as sexual immorality, abortion, adultery, theft, or hatred. They only confess the small sins that don't humiliate them. This makes the confession invalid and turns it into a lie before God and the priest. Without full confession, God's grace cannot work. 5. Criticizing or judging the spiritual father. Speaking badly about the confessor behind his back, discussing his advice with others, or looking for faults in him. Even if we notice human weaknesses, judging and slandering him is spiritually dangerous. It breaks the bond of grace and opens the door of the devil. 6. Expecting the spiritual father to live life for you. Running to the confessor for every little thing and refusing to take personal responsibility. People expect him to solve all their problems and carry their cross. The priest gives guidance, but the daily struggle and choices remain yours. 7. Lack of humility and obedience. Approaching the confessor with an argumentative spirit, long justifications, or pride. Some even try to negotiate his advice or prove that they are right. Without a humble heart, the relationship cannot bear fruit. Humility is the door through which God's grace enters. 8. Excessive familiarity and emotional dependence. Treating the spiritual father like a regular friend, too much joking, inappropriate familiarity, frequent visits without spiritual reason, or seeking emotional comfort and validation from him. This destroys the sacred reverence that should exist and can lead to serious spiritual falls. 9. Failing to pray for your spiritual father. Constantly asking for his advice, blessing, and prayers while forgetting that he is also human, carries a heavy burden, is attacked by many demons, and needs the prayers of his spiritual children. A healthy relationship goes both ways. 10. lack of understanding, maturity, and spiritual discernment regarding the priest's human weaknesses. When the spiritual father contradicts certain unnatural behaviors or outbursts, instead of correcting themselves, people analyze things hastily and get angry, became disturbed, and that's it. The confessor is no longer good. They look for reasons to change him, invent various excuses to cover their own faults, and highlight the confessor's defects and incompetence, thus blaming others for their own unhealed weaknesses. These mistakes must often arise from pride, fear, lack of knowledge, or the desire to preserve our own will. A healthy relationship with the spiritual father is based on faith, humility, obedience, vigilance, and balance.